Back with a video to continue the series of Back to Britain. Yesterday we didn't record. I say I didn't record. Had my priorities in the wrong place. And I just wanted to talk about putting your focus and also your intention and your actions in the same direction. Having a focus of a goal, having a thought in the mind of working towards that rather than just mindlessly going along with tasks, and also having that thought and carrying it through the day to fuel your action. Yesterday, I disconnected my action from my distant goal. This led to me not recording a video. There was plenty of opportunity for me to record a video. There's plenty of things for me to do yesterday. But did I get round to doing it? The answer is no. So I think it's super important to continue, even if you miss a day, if you sort of fall behind, you feel like you've lost it for a day, or even a couple of hours, is not to throw the rest of the day out. Is to continue to pursue, even as much as it is hard to grind the gears and to continue back and get on the horse again. It's imperative, because at some point you're going to have to do it. You might as well do it earlier, sooner rather than later, because the longer you leave it, the less momentum you'll have. Is you don't lose momentum straight away, is you still have some time to pick up, to get back on. The longer you leave it, the slower it gets, and after a long enough time you get no momentum, and in fact you actually start to roll back down the hill. So how can you take this into the rest of your day? I assume you're probably watching this in the afternoon or the evening, depending on what kind of day you've had. It's important to continue to focus, and if not, start the day afresh tomorrow from the beginning with good habits. It's very easy to lose a day in the morning if you don't stick with the right things. If you let go of the ball earlier, it's harder to pick it up later. So I think that's why the morning routines have become quite a popular thing, is because people subconsciously know that starting off the day gives you that momentum to continue working. Or at least programs the brain early on to not pick up the phone straight away and to get into something and be present. And that is easier to carry throughout. So yeah, get yourself a quick morning routine. It doesn't need to be long. It doesn't need to be drawn out. It could be 10, 15 minutes. It could mean just getting straight in and just start working within like 15 or 20 minutes of waking up, like I do. Just sit down at your desk and just start doing something and just get into it. Now, it's very important to be doing something that's actually going to be rewarding you in the long term, or else you're not going to have the drive to continue doing it. If you can't see that this is going to benefit you in the long run, and you don't actually believe that it's going to help you to get where you want to be, then you're sort of fighting a losing battle, because your sort of brute force is only going to take you a certain amount of way. But if you have something that you can see, look, if I put my effort into this for a long enough time frame, I'm really going to get to that destination, if you know where you want to go, or at least in the direction of where you need to go. Because all in all, we know what we want, but a lot of the time we don't know how it's going to come. We just need to do the right things every day to get down the path. Now, this is why visualization and sort of manifesting helps, but it's not everything, because in fact, without the action, it's just thought. And thought can be just as damaging as sort of inaction, because it just falls you into a sense of achievement when you actually haven't done anything. So yeah, this is just also, these videos are self-hypnosis for me, as well as they are helping you guys, and they're a record for me for years to come. They're all self-hypnosis. They're all telling myself the same thing to remind my own psyche of the direction that you need to go in. So if you're watching this video and you feel like you're struggling with sort of keeping the momentum, just pick a couple of tasks to do day to day, whether that's be reading something that's going to put your mind into a better state, not just, reading Shakespeare or whatever. Read something that's going to change your perception and improve your outlook on the world. It doesn't have to be reading. It can be studying something. It can be listening and writing about something. It can be get that sort of knowledge and that mindset frame. Motivation, in fact, listen to an hour of motivation per day. Just get something done that's going to fix your mindset. Then also have your physical action, like going to the gym, which is super important, which I'm going to go and do later, is the sole defining factor of keeping, if you're a guy out here, your testosterone up, which is going to keep your fuel for the hard. When your testosterone's high, you're going to want to do hard things, and it don't feel necessarily as hard. They actually feel good. So it's learning, keeping your physical momentum up. And 3 is obviously doing the most important task that's going to get you into that next tax bracket, or at least in the normal sense, is going to take you up that next notch in your financial capability, your earning bracket. You're also learning at the same time as well. So it's also important to, even if you're not making big bucks, you need to at least be learning something that's going to allow you to get to that next step. It all doesn't need to happen straight away. It can happen over a course of a few years, and it could also take another 15 or 20 years before you really receive the benefits of your work today. But if you don't keep the compound interest up and you don't catch yourself when you have an off day, then it's going to be pretty hard to get there. So if you've enjoyed and you're on board, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.